The deep sea is Earth's final frontier. It's dark, mysterious, and full of secrets we were never meant to uncover. But sometimes curiosity does lead to discoveries that are so unsettling they leave even the bravest scientists questioning if they should have stayed hidden. Here are disturbing deep sea discoveries scientists wish they never found. Number 10. The ghost shark. Known as the ghost shark for its glowing eyes and pale, translucent body, this creature seems like it belongs in a horror story. Ghost sharks aren't actually sharks, but they're ancient relatives of rays with lineage dating back to over 400 million years. That predates even dinosaurs. Found gliding through the dark waters of the deep sea, their ghostly appearance and slow, hypnotic movement give them an eerie, almost a supernatural vibe, hence their name. Adding to their mystique, their retractable reproductive organs are located on their foreheads, which is a bizarre evolutionary feature that leaves researchers scratching their heads. Just make sure you don't scratch the ghost shark's head, or else that'd be a little awkward, wouldn't it? Number 9. MV Derbyshire. This ship was twice the size of the Titanic, but James Cameron didn't make a movie about it, so you may not have heard. Let me fill you in. MV Derbyshire was the biggest British registered merchant ship of all time to sink. She was assembled in 1976 but lost in 1980 en route from Canada to Japan. A Mayday distress call was never issued, and the ship was following proper ocean routes with weather routing companies, so they were doing all the right things on paper. So what happened? September 15th, 1980, a search began for the missing ship and of course the missing crew, but 6 days later the search was called off. Nothing was found, not a trace. The ship was declared lost forever. The sister ship of the Derbyshire ended up sinking as well in 1986 due to deck cracking, so the families then urged officials to search once again. Come 1994, the Derbyshire was eventually found. It's a good thing those families urged officials, or this mystery would have never been solved. Number 8. Anglerfish. If you've seen Finding Nemo, you'll remember the terrifying anglerfish, and guess what? They're even creepier in real life. Known for their glowing lure, which dangles like this hypnotic light to attract prey, anglerfish are the ultimate deep-sea predators. The deep-dwelling species, fittingly nicknamed sea devils, have an eerie ability to swallow prey as large as themselves. God, I need that skill. Female anglerfish can grow up to 4 feet, dwarfing the tiny males, which max out at 5.5 inches. Yep, he's not a grower, nor a shower. And here's the wildest part. When it's time to mate, the male fuses to the female, literally living off of her resources like the world's clingiest parasite. Now thankfully these creatures dwell far below the ocean's surface, so they're more nightmare fuel than an actual threat to humans. But this phase here, that's not one you're gonna forget. Number 7, garbage patch. There's a lot of treasure in the sea, but unfortunately there's also lots of garbage. Probably more garbage. Humans kinda suck. I mean, look at the top of the Pacific, for example. Not even below it in the waters, but right on the top, we have something called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Now, it's not really a patch, it's more of an island. It's located safely in the North Pacific subtropical gyre, and there's basically 4 of these large systems just swirling ocean currents moving warm and cool water around. But now, they're whirlpools of garbage. A plastic bag was also found at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, so now we have the deepest piece of trash and we have a massive island of trash. There's just trash all over, and it's all thanks to us. It's kinda hard for Ariel to sing under the sea when she's got a plastic bag wrapped around her head. That's probably not gonna help. Number 6, the Gulf of Mexico shipwreck. The Gulf of Mexico is a watery graveyard for shipwrecks, with over 4,000 scattered across its depths. Now, when you steal buckets of gold and try and escape on a dinghy, odds are you're probably gonna sink. And this is what happened many times. When Exxon oil workers discovered a sunken ship 2,600 feet beneath the waves, excitement, of course, ran high. They quickly alerted the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, which set out to investigate said wreck. But from the start, the mission seemed almost cursed. Equipment repeatedly failed, the submersible intended for the dive ended up malfunctioning right before deployment, lucky it didn't happen down there, and video feeds and sonar systems would always cut out unexpectedly. Even when the Navy got involved with a research sub, nothing was working. The robotic arms were too small and they couldn't even properly explore the wreck. I don't know, something about that ship didn't want to be disturbed. Number 5, vampire squid. The vampire squid is the last surviving member of its order and has similarities with both the squid as well as the octopus, which might make it a contender for most threatening animals on this list. Also, it's called a vampire squid, so obviously something's a little afoot here. Two of these creatures somehow meeting in the middle, just like a jellyfish. The vampire squid has a gelatinous body that helps it move quicker through the depths of the sea. Now, the vampire squid is covered in light-producing organs called photophores, which they're then able to use in a way that produces these disorienting flashes as it confuses their prey. Vampire disco attack, bam. That's the deep sea for you. While the vampire squid doesn't have ink to blast out at its enemies, it does have the ability to shoot out bioluminescent mucus. Yeah, talk about alien. Glowy puke coming at you. That's almost worse than ink, right? That's way worse than ink. Also, the squid is able to regenerate its arms, so I think this all goes to say that if you were in a fight with a vampire squid, I really hope you came prepared because, he sure did. Number 4, blobfish. Imagine a saggy, droopy face staring back at you with an expression of eternal misery. That right there is the blobfish, an unfortunate looking deep sea creature that's found off the coasts of Australia and New Zealand. Its unsettling appearance isn't the natural state, but rather the result of being brought to the surface. That's why we leave things where they are. In its high pressure habitat, it has a firmer structure, but once removed, its gelatinous body collapses, earning it the title of world's ugliest animal. That's pretty mean. Now, despite its haunting appearance, the blobfish is completely harmless, but it does serve as a stark reminder of how alien deep sea life can appear to us here on the surface. Number 3, giant isopods. Big nope on this one. I do not like deep sea anything. Just look at these giant isopods and tell me that your palms aren't sweating. Mine certainly are. These massive crustaceans can grow up to 15 inches long, not the biggest deep sea creature, sure, but still terrifying in the bug world. They're fast swimmers and they can latch onto you. Yeah, I'm never swimming again. Thank you, no thank you. Their size comes from deep sea gigantism, an evolutionary trend where deep sea creatures grow way bigger than their shallow water cousins. Now, scientists think it might be due to cool temperatures that increase cell size and lifespan, and giant isopods are scavengers. They scuttle over their many creepy legs to feast on leftovers from other predators. Just imagine one of these barreling towards you. Ugh, I'm out, let's move on. Number 2, comb jellies. Comb jellies are some of the most mesmerizing creatures you'll ever see, thanks to their shimmering rainbow-like displays. This dazzling effect comes from their combs, these rows of fused cilia that act like tiny oars that would propel them gracefully through the deep waters of the Mariana Trench. Now, as the cilia move, they scatter light in all directions, creating this brilliant iridescent glow that looks almost otherworldly. These jellies are the largest creatures with these unique combs, setting them apart from other ocean dwellers. See, unlike other many jelly-like creatures, comb jellies don't sting you. Instead, they use their single pair of tentacles, often appearing branched like fishing lines, to skillfully capture prey. Both elegant and efficient, these deep-sea marvels are a testament to nature's scary creativity. And finally, number 1, the mysterious sonar Blip. During a routine research expedition in the deep ocean, scientists that were monitoring sonar devices detected something extraordinary and also completely unexplainable. The sonar picked up an enormous object moving rapidly through the water. Now, its size and speed didn't match any known marine species at the time, which of course left researchers scratching their heads. The mysterious blip appeared to be larger than a whale, yet it moved with a speed and agility that's uncharacteristic of any creature that size. Speculation ran wild, with some suggesting it could be a living megalodon, that legendary prehistoric shark that we thought went extinct over 3 million years ago. Others proposed it might be an undiscovered species just lurking in the ocean's depths. Now, despite the lack of visual confirmation, the sonar data was compelling enough to keep experts puzzling over the encounter. Remind me to never swim again, and I'm going to remind you to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Most Amazing Top 10. Peace.